Okay, well, Bitcoin is absolutely ripping. We have now gotten back inside of this previous range. We are, now approaching the highs of this range. We got an extremely quick move up through this range. The DXY is dumping, potentially losing a very key support resistance level right here at like 103.7. Once this loads, you can see that this was key support back here. We found resistance on it. Now we are back retesting it, potentially losing this level. I mean, we are technically getting 1 hour divs as we come down to these lows. I mean, well, as we came down slightly below these lows, but the money flow is not looking that great. It's, kind of flattening out very thick in the red down here. 2 hour money flow, kind of same deal, and we just printed a red dot there. The 3 hour money flow is continuing to get a move to the downside. So, I mean, if we reclaim this level, that, might be a little bit more bearish for Bitcoin. But if the dollar keeps dumping from here, we may see Bitcoin continue to pump. And honestly, I think that's a real possibility. I mean, this 1 hour money flow has gotten very thick. In fact, if you kind of look at where it is now, it is getting up towards those levels that we were at when we were putting in these highs up here. You can see this is where the money flow is at currently, this dotted line. So we are getting up to these high waves that we were putting in around these highs. But looking at some of the higher time frames, like 4 hour, I mean, the money flow has not even crossed into the red yet. And, this 12 hours, same deal. Money flow is curving back up to the upside, but, it is still in the red. And honestly, what this looks like to me could mean, one of two things. I don't know why my computer is being so slow today. Well, I mean, I guess I might know why. It's because the market's pumping 10%. But, I could see us making a run for these highs, maybe coming up to this golden pocket around 26K, 26.5, and, putting in new highs. And since the money flow is so low, momentum has come down so much. I mean, this current 4 hour wave is still a ways away from these ones up here. We could see some continued bearish divergence if we put in another high, where we just see this pattern continue of us taking out the highs, putting in more bearish divergence with momentum and money flow. Maybe the money flow doesn't even cross into the green on the 12 hour. Maybe it does, but just barely. And we kind of see this trend continue where we just see momentum and money flow continuing to come down as price makes one more higher high. This was a scenario I was looking at back here. I said that, we could kind of see this pattern continue of the bear divs as we take out the highs. And, that would give us 3 significant peaks here. And Bitcoin does like to put in those kind of 3 peak tops, sort of a distribution pattern. We saw the same thing back here where we had, 3 obvious peaks. But, this one is a little different because in this case, we have come down to put in a new low beforehand. That is one idea I was looking at, just considering how far the momentum and money flow have come down since we last put in those highs. We could see some really obvious bearish divergence if we put in a new high. Or maybe since the 1 hour money flow is now getting up to those levels that we were at when we were putting in highs, maybe this is sort of foreshadowing the higher time frame money flow continuing to increase. And I mean, potentially we maybe like break out above here and then, continue pumping up towards that 30K area. Maybe since the money flow on the 4 hour still has a long way to go, before it could be considered topping out. If this is going to be like a large money flow wave to the upside, we could see this move to the upside stretch out for a while. And this might be the breakout up towards that, 28 to 30K area that we've been looking at. I mean, that is a real possibility as well. This 12-hour wave is extremely oversold. So, I mean, if this wave is going to start coming back to the upside, we could see price, continue moving up pretty quickly. It is a little strange because we didn't really see like confident bottom signals down here. I mean, we did not see 4-hour divergences. The money flow was oversold on the 4 hour, but not the bottom signals we typically look for. We would have wanted to see a divergence with money flow and momentum, kind of like we saw on this 1 hour. Even though the money flow div was very slight, you can see that we did make a higher low there. So we did just come up and SFP this wick back here. I was kind of hoping we would come a little bit higher into this previous range point of control and this NDPOC. That looked like a juicy short idea there, SFP this wick. But unfortunately, one, we didn't come up and hit that level, and two, for some reason, my alert didn't go off. And I'm not sure why my alert did not go off here, but I had an alert set right here at these highs, and I set it after we put in this first high. But as we came down, I set this alert up here, and you can see we came up and hit that alert. So I'm not sure why it didn't trigger, but I wanted to short that SFP, and yeah, that's got me a little tight. That would have been a nice trade, a little scalp trade right there. But either way, I am still looking at that general zone above us. I actually have this area marked out because it is still significant resistance, I believe. So, basically we still have a lot of stop losses up in that area, or at least we probably do. This is kind of the area I was looking at getting a move up towards when we were back in this area. I was looking at, one more sweep of the highs because we really didn't see a short squeeze up towards these highs. I'm still in a short position from somewhere up here. It came very close to getting stopped out, but, I'm sure there's a lot of stop losses up in this area, and it is also the point of control and value area high of this previous range. We also have an untapped daily right in the middle of this area. So yeah, really this is like the last zone of resistance I'm looking at before the highs. And, if we start making a run for the highs, I'd either be looking for an SFP of it, maybe a very shallow SFP like we've been seeing, kind of like what we just did over here, very shallow SFP, or I'd be, looking at the golden pocket up here. I would definitely be very careful shorting up here, especially if we start breaking out of this range like today, soon, because we got a lot of bullish momentum right here. There is a chance that we just blow straight through this golden pocket, but this is a significant level a lot of people have been looking at for a while, and we could definitely get some bearish divergences if we get a move up there, or we could just see the momentum and money flow lag behind price, and if we just keep pumping above here, we're probably going to see this 4-hour money flow continue to move up. That's kind of what I'm looking at. So yeah, I would definitely be careful shorting, just considering how violent of a pump we've been getting. I would probably want to wait for some sort of scalp range to form before I start getting really aggressive with shorts. There is a chance that if we see like a massive decrease of open interest with bear divs as we come up to this area, that I will take a short, but I would probably prefer some sort of like a market structure to form up here, maybe like a local market structure shift, start like a local downtrend. Basically, I'd be looking for a confident entry. So like if I'm not super confident in this high up here, if we start making our way up here, let's say we kind of do something like this, put in a high and then break structure, break that last high or low. Then as we come back up, maybe we get a golden pocket retest, and then maybe we see some absorption here. Maybe we see a lot of longs coming in as we form this lower high, and that might be a more confident short for me, but I would definitely be careful trying to get ninja entries right now. And yeah, this has been a very interesting day of price action, and it's only Monday. We got CPI numbers tomorrow, so things could get even more interesting. If those CPI numbers bring a lot of volatility tomorrow, maybe we can see like a quick SFP of these highs, and then like maybe that as like actually a high. Maybe we see like a massive dump from there, come down to stop out these longs. Or maybe the CPI numbers are bullish somehow, even though they usually aren't. We usually see a lot of volatility in both directions, but in general, the CPI releases recently have not been super bullish, at least from my memory. So yeah, now I am just kind of sitting and waiting to see what happens. I'm still in this long from down here, which ended up being a very good position, I guess. I am still short from right up here. That may get stopped out soon. And, I have been saying I wanted a move up towards these highs again to potentially get a better swing position. I took a lot of profits out of this swing position because I was kind of expecting another move to the upside. It ended up coming later. So, we still may get that opportunity to get a nice swing short up here, but also we may, see a breakout here. Um, it's kind of hard to tell right now. But anyways, I guess if we see another significant development, I'll hop back on here. But yeah, until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.